Uja, Uben Nefer Nehest, Good Rising and Great Awakenings. And now it's time for the reading and the Cosmic Chimes and Chanting segment of the program. We're going to start with the planetary alignments that are in the earth signs. So we have Dua Rageb, Dua Jehutigeb, Dua Juno, Espolia, Dua Sedna Heteru. So we have Dua Rageb, Dua Jehutigeb, Sun in Sidereal Capricorn, Mercury in Sidereal Capricorn, Dua Juno Espolia, Dua Sedna Heteru, Juno in Sidereal Virgo, and Sedna in Sidereal Taurus is Heteru. Time to create, plan, strategize a structure and foundation for future growth and development. Plant seeds of intention for partnership, commitment, marriage, and devotion to maintaining structure and order, fairness, multitasking, and attention to detail. And then we have the ongoing battle with Sedna alignment, ongoing battle to speak out against sexual misconduct, domestic violence, etc. So we have the Sun in Capricorn, Dua Rageb, Dua Jehutigeb, Mercury in Sidereal Capricorn, Dua Juno, Dua Juno, Espolia, Dua Sedna Heteru. Dua Rageb, Dua Jehutigeb, Dua Juno, Espolia, Dua Sedna Heteru. Dua Rageb, Dua Jehutigeb, Dua Juno, Espolia, Dua Sedna Heteru. Dua Rageb, Dua Jehutigeb, Dua Juno, Espolia, Dua Sedna Heteru. Alright, the next alignment for this week is the moon transits. The moon goes through different signs every few days, so it's really interesting to keep up with, at least for me it is. And so we have, today the moon is in Sidereal Aquarius, and it moves into Sidereal Pisces on the 29th, and then into Aries on the 1st of February. It's not there very long, because it moves into Taurus on February 2nd. So this offering is for this lunar transit, and the moon at HeruScooes is associated with the goddess Shesheta, the cosmic scribe, the goddess of many of the sciences and mathematics and anything to do with writing or keeping track of things or records. So I like to I like to recommend that when we're writing in our journal that we follow the moon, because the moon sign, to give us some insight on, you know, what we should be, what we could be focusing on to stay in alignment with the cosmic forces. So that would be, you know, writing about Heru is associated with the victory of the soul. So it might be a good time to write about some of the victories that we've had, just to remember to be grateful for overcoming certain challenges. Then the next one would be Pisces. That's the one dealing with emotions. And at HeruScooes, this constellation is connected with Nebuchadnezzar, so that's the lady of the house. So that would be keeping our emotions in order, because Pisces is associated with emotions. So that's how I make the connection. Ruling over our emotions rather than our emotions ruling over us. Then on the February 1st, for a few days, you'd be focusing on time when Amun is connected to Amun, the witnessing consciousness, and just some of your observations. It's also like the beginning of a cycle, so you could make like a new to-do list. And then on February 2nd, it moves into Sidereal Taurus, which is connected to the goddess Heru and abundance and prosperity. Alright, so here we go with this chant for the moon, and to inspire us to keep writing in our journals and keep making lists, because that helps things to manifest when we write them down. So while I was playing, I realized I don't think I discussed writing about Heru about times when we were able to see the gifts in adversity. A lot of times when I'm talking about Sheta, I'm talking about intentions or things to come, but today I'm talking about acknowledging things that have come to pass, finding the good things that have come to pass. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on this week, is remembering some of the accomplishments and victories. Yes, victories, spiritual victories, times when I experienced spiritual strength. The next alignment on this list is Sidereal Sagittarius, and are the planets that are in Sidereal Sagittarius, which are Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn are all in Sidereal Sagittarius. And at this time, none of them are retrograde. So we have Dua Amun, Dua Geb, Dua Asar in Asar Amun. Expanding and traveling beyond boundaries, limitations, limiting beliefs, beyond time and space. Trusting deeply, steadfast on this path in this way of living, maintaining the vibrations necessary to ascend and transcend. Are the planets that are in Sidereal Sagittarius, which are Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn are all in Sidereal Sagittarius. And at this time, none of them are retrograde. So we have Dua Amun, Dua Geb, Dua Asar in Asar Amun. Expanding and traveling beyond boundaries, limitations, limiting beliefs, beyond time and space. Trusting deeply, steadfast on this path in this way of living, maintaining the vibrations necessary to ascend and transcend. Dua Amun, Dua Geb, Dua Asar in Asar Amun. Dua Amun, Dua Asar, Dua Geb, Dua Asar Amun. Dua Amun, Dua Geb, Dua Asar, Dua Asar Amun. Dua Amun, Dua Asar, Dua Geb, Dua Asar Amun. I'll try that again. Alright, so now we have Sidereal Sagittarius, Himade, the signs, and now we have Sidereal Sagittarius. The planets that are in Sidereal Sagittarius are Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. Dua Moon, Dua Geb, Dua Moon, Dua Asar, Dua Geb, Asar Moon. Expanding and traveling beyond boundaries, limitations, limiting beliefs, beyond time and space, trusting deeply, steadfast on this path, in this way of living, in this way of life, maintaining the vibration necessary to ascend and transcend. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Dua Moon, Dua Sar, Dua Geb, Dua Sara Moon. Alright, this next segment is an offering for Mars in Sidereal Ophiuchus, Mars in Ophiuchus, Dua Set Imhotep. In light of what happened on January 26th, the battle with the ego in the area of health and wellness, Big Pharma Mafia is what I call it, versus holistic doctors and natural medicines. There is a battle going on, and it is heating up fast now that they've infected people with the coronavirus. Many people are saying that non-vaccinated people should be locked up, or at least restricted as to where they can go and what they can do. So we have to ask ourselves, are we prepared to stand up to Big Pharma, to refuse vaccines, to become vegan and take control of our own health, to learn how to still the mind in meditation, to have complete trust in nature? I think Kobe was taking a stand. Big Pharma was trying to use his brand name Black Mamba for a new sports drink filled with amphetamines. And he said no. I know that we do not always condone or agree with some of his lifestyle choices. However, I'm merely giving an example that Kobe was in his Uranus opposition, a time of independence, and I wonder if he knew he was taking such a big stand. And then speaking of Uranus, it's in the sign of Aries for this entire month, Tamut Amun, Dua Heru Amun. The witnessing consciousness is the victorious consciousness. So the Amun witnessing consciousness to me is when you're able to just observe what's going on and not be attached to the outcome or to what you see or what transpires. It is the witnessing consciousness. And we also have revolutionary leadership. Another leading player wins the battle against the ego, the lower nature. It's like Big Pharma has become this entity that is trying to turn people away from trusting nature. So I have a chant for that. Look Puset Imhotep, Look Puheru Amun, Look Puset Imhotep, Look Puheru Amun, Look Puset Imhotep, Look So that was a chant or offering for this planetary alignment to give us the courage and victory when standing for nature, speaking out for nature, speaking out for our right to trust nature.